Hi everyone, I hope you all are doing well and all of you are safe and healthy. This is Radhika here again, and this video is going to be about why narcissists hate creative people. So this is quite a big topic, and we can approach it from different point of views. But I'm trying to go over um, like whatever comes to my mind and the most relevant things right now. Um, so so if we look at the broader perspective, okay, from a society point of view, creativity is encouraged, but it is encouraged only to a specific degree. So it's kind of like curbed creativity. It's not encouraged completely because um, when people are creative, they can say anything, they can do anything, they can live in any way, and society as a whole kind of curbs that because if everyone becomes creative, there will be a lot of anarchy in the world, and order would not be able to be maintained in the world. So, from a broader narcissistic kind of a perspective, or if you see the world as a big um, narcissistic place, then the order and the chaos are always like in opposition to each other, right? But the balance is where there's enough chaos and there's enough balance. So it's like a that would be like a utopian or a balanced society where logic order gets its place and also creativity gets its place. But right now, as you can see, all creative people, they barely make a living, and everyone has to kind of find a 9 to 5 to somehow make things work for themselves. So from that, what we can infer is that society is extremely imbalanced right now. It's a lot more in the masculine energy, which is order, logic. Everything has its proper place, everything has to be properly put, so it's like organized, and which is good. We need organization. We don't need like complete chaos, but at the same time it's a bit like imbalanced because art, creativity, uh, rest, relaxation, meditation, spirituality, these things don't get as much importance as working, making money, having a big house, etc. So everyone is going for one thing and they're kind of forgetting the other part. So on a big level, this is why creativity is not liked by narcissistic people or a narcissistic society, because creativity gives you freedom, and when you have freedom, you really have to balance yourself in order to get back to the masculine energy, which is like working, getting up in the morning, going to office, doing the work, doing your chores, which is very mundane, right, after a point. So to uh, to go back to mundane after you've seen freedom is very difficult. But that's the real test, when you actually have to balance yourself in both the aspects. That's the real challenging part, and only then can you lead a life which is fulfilling on all fronts. It's not greed, but it's completely integrated in balance. So you won't do greed of one or greed of the other. It'll be a complete balanced sort of a life. So that's the bigger perspective. Now from a smaller perspective, if there's like say a narcissistic person and there's another person who's extremely creative, why would these people be like against each other? So obviously one is more rule based, which is narcissistic people follow rules, like so to say, in front of public they do follow rules. Um, uh, especially the covert narcissists. If the overt narcissists are there, they still try to follow the rules, but I don't know, actually some overt narcissists might be really creative, but they are really creative. Their creativity is really out there, so they might be really eccentric, and society might not accept them as a whole. So actually they might be, their level of narcissism would be beyond society's level of narcissism. So they'll say some really eccentric things and some really out there things, and society might not be able to accept them. But covert narcissists, they definitely want to follow the rules, and they don't like creative people, mostly because they themselves are not creative, and that is because they have not yet come out of their more static tendencies, because covert narcissists are very much stuck in their sacral chakra. So they have a lot of codependency issues, and when you have a lot of codependency issues, you are not able to see beyond what was taught to you by your family, by your school, by your mom, by your dad, etc. So you cannot really think for yourself. You aren't your own person, you haven't individuated. So because of a lot of covert narcissists are still trying to live up to the ideal that their parents had kind of put them in, and they haven't like kind of hatched out of that egg and become their own person, they repeat the same stuff. And so when they see someone doing something new, they are actually very intrigued by it, and they also feel jealous of it at the same time, because they are like, oh, this person is doing something new, which I did not do. Why did I not do that? So they always have this feeling that, why did I not do that? Why didn't I do that? And they are always waiting to do something like creative, or when they say creative things, they might get inspired, and this is common, guys. This is for all of us. We feel inspired, not just covert narcissists feel inspired. But the point is, they cannot kind of creatively do something new many times, because they are in this cycle of codependency. So they mostly like copy people, or they'll try to follow people, or they'll just have like a template of something and they'll redo it. They don't wait for creativity to come to them. Um, so so yeah, that's why covert narcissists, they don't like, internally they despise creative people. But if they have a good brain, like many covert narcissists, they're very sharp, they're very intelligent. So then what they do is they hire a lot of creative people, and they'll make them do the work, and then they take the credit for it. So a lot of like music directors, fashion designers, a lot of people like directors, art directors, etc., they do this. They see talent, they spot talent, and then they hire such people, they use their creativity, and then on top of it they will kind of put their own stamp. And then of course they'll pay these people, and then they feel that that's fair, because I am paying you and I'm using your creativity and I'm giving it my name. And underneath all of that is this real irritation that they feel that, why can't I be creative? And real creativity is really nothing. It's just stuff you channel. It's not like you invented anything. Nothing in this world is really invented by you or discovered by you or created by you. It's just a recycle of stuff that is happening. So things like trademarks and all of this is just like, it doesn't make any sense to me, because everything is basically made in creation, and you might be a channel for it, and you might channel it out on a video or in a book or in a movie or in music, etc., but none of it is actually your creation anyways. So people who are really creative, they kind of accept that. Like a lot of great creative artists, even Van Gogh used to say that, I just see this in my dream and I paint it. That's how he made a lot of his paintings. It was not something he thought up, he saw it in a dream. So it was like an image that he caught in his dream, and then he painted it. So really nothing is created by us. Everything is energy, and it just changes form, and you might channel that energy in some way. So yeah, that was this video. I hope it helped you in some way, or it was interesting to you in some way. And as always, I wish you all a lot of love and a lot of light. Thank you. Bye.